Hey guys, this is the Valiant one, and this is the first in a series of action figure and toy reviews I'm going to be doing. Many of you have already watched lots of reviews about toys and action figure lines on YouTube and whatnot. My reviews are going to be a little bit different in that I'm not really going to be looking at just the playability of the action figures and whatnot. I'm going to be looking more at the collectability of the line overall, collecting all of the action figures in the series in an assortment, different variations and things like that, the pitfalls and the promises of collecting an entire toy line, basically. And I would like to start off with my personal favorite line of action figures at the moment, and that is Mattel's line of Masters of the Universe Classics. This is a character that's been around since 1983. The line is a lot of fun. I'm emotionally attached to the line because I started collecting these when they originally came out in stores. So this line has a lot of history. So let's start off with this. A lot of you guys may already know how some of this, some of the information I'm going to give you, but I hope that this gives fans and collectors more of an inside look on what they can expect if they're going to collect this particular line of action figures. So case number 101 today is going to be the Masters of the Universe Classics line. Now I'd like to start off with the vital statistics, some basic information about this toy line. There have been approximately 24 different unique individual carded action figures, not counting variations in this line. The first figure available in the Masters of the Universe Classics line was, as many of you know, King Grayskull. He was a character who first appeared in the 2002 reimagining of the Masters of the Universe cartoons from Cartoon Network during the third season. There were approximately 3 versions of this character that was produced. There was a standard painted version, there was a statue version of the figure that looked kind of like a bronze statue, and there was a third version which was like a spirit version, and that was only made available in very, very limited quantities. I think there was only a few of them that was even made available to the general public. And this figure and this line debuted at the 2008 San Diego Comic-Con. In addition to the basic action figures, Mattel also supplements the basic line of figures with creatures / vehicles and different accessories. Last month, Mattel came out with Battle Cat, who is He-Man's faithful companion and steed. The Ultimate Weapons Battle Pack, which is basically recolored weapons and things like that for the figures. And diorama stands that look like Castle Grayskull, so if you open up your action figures and display them, you have something kind of cool behind them to display them with. Now when I go through my reviews, I'm going to be looking at 3 different aspects of the line in general. I'm going to be looking at cost, I'm going to look at availability, and I'm going to look at collectability. Some of this stuff may not interest you, it may seem kind of boring, so I'm going to try to keep it energetic as much as I can. There's only so much energy you can put into talking about a toy line from a collector's standpoint, so bear with me. Basically, the cost of these action figures, the basic action figures, when you order them off MattyCollector.com, they are $20 a piece, plus shipping and tax where it's applicable. Now, as you can see on the line, the packaging specifically says that it's made for the adult collector. I personally live in Tennessee, so each figure shipped to my door costs around $31 plus some change. So it can be, I'm not only emotionally attached to this line, I'm financially attached to this line as well. The collectability of this line, it's awesome. I mean, the packaging is engaging. The packaging is half as much fun as the figures for me. I've played with the figures. The figures have great articulation. They combine the love and the feel of the old line updated with new modern technology, if you want to call it that, articulation of the figures that you'll find on the market today. So these are a very worthy successor of the original Masters of the Universe line that originally came out in the 80s. So if you love He-Man, these figures are for you. As far as the availability of the figures goes, these figures are only available 2 ways. MattyCollector.com makes these figures available once a month on their website, usually around the 15th of the month. You can come on board and you go to the website and basically can order these figures right around noon Central Time, 11 o'clock or 12 Eastern, something like that. I get my time zones mixed up. But the other way you get them is through resellers who purchase the figures also on mattycollector.com, but up the price because they've been able to get them. We call them resellers. That's the nice word for them, I guess, but hey, it's business is business, right? So yeah, the two ways you can get them, they all lead back to mattycollector.com. In collecting this toy line, I have personally collected this line for 8 months or so. I didn't start off from the very beginning. I do not buy these to resell. I buy these because I love the line. I think they look cool. I collect them this way. So this market is, this line is directed specifically for me. I'm in my 30s. So this is right up my alley. Going through this line, I do want to tell you a little bit about some of the good news and the bad news about collecting the Matty Collector action figures, and I'm going to do that here in just 1 second.